Hey, all of our faith. How's everybody doing? How are y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Happy People TV, Orlando Pirates fan channel. Hey, I just like to announce we have reached 2,300 subscribers, and you can see on the top right corner it is road to 3,000. So thank you everybody who has participated and everything. Let's keep growing the community. How do we grow this community, Mr. Coach? I'm sure you know we like, we subscribe, and we share in our Buccaneer so we can grow the community. Danko in advance, Mr. Coach. Thank you for joining me for this Buccaneer brief, where we give you the latest news, transfer rumors, and the loudest hem-hems that are coming out of the newspapers. Yes, so I don't have to introduce to you, Mr. Coach Dinsanda.
Hola, Praga. I'm feeling good. The term him, I just find it amusing, especially because when you think about Orlando Pirates Football Club, everything is him. Club is next except for official statement.
There we go. The club itself is anti-hem, but in turn it makes them the hem club. Talking about hem. We have a couple of news for you. It has just broken. I'm sure how Google or Orlando Pirates, you will find that Rulani Mokwena has apparently been in negotiations / talks with the club to be appointed. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one yet. And second, we have a confirmation from Baroka FC to say that Kgositsile and Mashiloane, like we said earlier in the week, will actually be coming. They're basically saying goodbye to them. You guys know how we do. We'll show you where we are getting these hem-hems from, so that you can't say hey, good people and people clickbait. Mr. Coach.
Prof on me.
Yeah, Kuluma Ndota. I don't want to ask you specific questions, but how do you feel about the general hem that is happening around the club?
Okay, let's start with the simple one, because the other one will take the whole show, if I'm being completely honest. News coming out of Baroka FC. Now, disclaimer, Mafetu, not Baroka FC. I can't figure out which one is the official Facebook page. I don't know. There's no verification, so you can't tell. But fortunately, the reason why we still have the confidence to bring the news to you guys is because the Baroka FC chairman himself did say that Mashiloane will be coming to Orlando Pirates on the 1st of July at the end of his contract, Le Baroka, and they have wished him well. So that one, I'm a little bit confident, but the news was that him and Kgositsile, they basically wished them well, a farewell, and wishing them a good journey coming over to Mayfair. So we should be expecting to hear something from that. I'll assume that the clubs are waiting for the 1st of July for contracts to end before unveiling and but I mean, those also, again, they also come from reputable sources that have been reported by Diski Times, I think a couple of other publications. So honestly, if those deals don't happen, I'll be completely shocked. Whether or not we'll keep a player like Kgositsile, because it's possible that maybe we send him out on loan, being a young player, but what we know at this point is that they will be joining the club. And then Empahla eslethelana namhlanje. Again, as reported by the Diski Times a couple of hours ago, it was Usine Temba saying that Orlando Pirates have held talks earlier this week.
I'll read it. I'm the one to read. You are speaking a little bit too specific, but there is a hem. There is a hem. Yeah, it's on going Diski Times. Yelling about this whole Rulani thing. That's why I've actually put in the poll, guys. If you guys could reply, I would appreciate that, and I would actually see, because you know what, the thing is about this hem and this link in general is that there's a lot of people who are polarized People don't know whether we want him. People don't know whether we don't want him. And before this breaking story, before it was just, would you like Rulani? Would you not like Rulani? But I don't think anybody has gotten. Mokwena, you see most of the comments. Have you seen anybody advocating for Rulani, saying, yeah, bring this man in? Oh, I don't want him. Have you had like a strong opinion from anybody that you can say, these people want him or people don't want him?
Yeah, bro. Actually, you wait till you made him fit to exactly as it is. The Rulani thing honestly splits us as Buccaneer. There's a group that says he's the perfect man to take over the job. Bring him in. He'll take us to glory. He's welcome back home. And there's the other group that says that man had his chance and didn't take it. He didn't convince us that he can actually carry the job, go Pirates. So it really... And to be completely honest, even myself, I was kind of on the fence, but maybe 55-60% towards he can't. Yes. I'll get into my opinions. Go on.
Okay.
55-60%. Most of the idea he had his chance. Maybe he isn't the man for the job. But yeah, it's definitely something that splits us as a nation. It's I'd imagine it's
as a Buccaneer nation. Okay, cool. Let me actually read the story now. So here it is, my gents and ladies. Exclusive! Pirates open talks with Rulani. Orlando Pirates are believed to have open talks with former Sundowns and White Dad coach Rulani Mokwena about a return to the club after the exit of Jose Ribeiro. The information received by Idiski Times is that Pirates held talks with Mokwena earlier this week for the head coach role. Okay. Though the Buccaneer are facing stiff competition as CAF League winners Pyramids FC. Yeah, that Pyramids FC story has been going around. Are reported to have shown interest in Mokwena, and should the Buccaneers reach an agreement with Mokwena, who told Soccer Africa last week that he was open to a return to the club. I remember that he is expected to add a few members to the technical team. Pirates are aiming to finalize the deal as quickly as they can so that the new coach can have enough time to prepare for their pre-season tour in Spain. The Technocrats' return to Pirates is something that could revive the memories from 2019 when he led the club, and those are not good memories, Pafish. Mokwena recently left Moroccan Giants Wheat.ac after one season, leaving the club in third place with 3 games remaining. The 38-year-old won 4 league titles at Sundowns, as well as the African Football League, which is not a real league. I've got another story here about Rulani, but what I want to do is that I just want to read the comments and then maybe go to a page that has his record at what we did, and then we'll talk about his comments that came out. So let me go through the comments. And guys, thank you so much for commenting, especially on these transfer shows, because the last thing we want is for us to talk and hem, and then it just seems like, no, it's just cap, you know. So when we get these opinions, then it actually shows, okay, we are hemming about the right things. So here's the first comment from Blaze. If Marco Rose is not coming in, bring in Rulani once. Nako Gontana says, I would like Rulani to come now. The guy has matured a lot and he's going to push us for the league. We need the league now. How is he going to push us? But it's fine. And then Blaze, it's basically Blaze and Gontana having a back and forth, and then they're just saying, bring him in now. And he's learned a lot and he knows the game now. Also, that's Nako. And then Blaze says, if Rulani comes back, he's going to bring back Lodge. I like the comments. Thank you, Blaze. Mr. Coach, while you speak a bit, I'm just going to go to his stats, and then when you are done making a point, I'm going to go to his stats of his career so far. Yebo Baba. Rulani Mokwena. There has been a past.
Anybody that followed this channel will know that I was not his advocate. I've never been the one to say bring in Rulani type of thing. I I won't lie, bro. I remember that 2019 season before he left like it was yesterday. Yahopola, we were on a very building a very good project at the time, and Mitchell left abruptly, and the whole house came down on Rulani. We got not out of the MTN 8, not out of the Champions League, not out of, I think we lost even the league very early during his tenure. By December, we were out of everything. I remember that very clearly. So that unfortunately is a wound in my heart. However, I have to be honestly kind of credit. I remember one thing about his time as the head coach. The football looked good, bro. It looked so good. I kept asking myself, why can't we just convert our chances? And if you follow Rulani as a coach in general, if he didn't win a game, it's always going to be about we created the chances, we just didn't convert them. So
we had the possession, we created the chances, and nobody put it at the back of the net. That was the story of Rulani's tenure, yeah?
Yeah. So what I think about that, when it comes to brand of football in general, I love his brand of football. It agrees with our style as well. Go Pirates, it works really well. I just only have one question mark. The only thing I don't like is that he's a bit rigid in his approach. In fact, he doesn't adapt to games. He will always come out to defend. He's like, hey, when I'm winning, y'all don't question me. Don't question me when we're winning. So I guess that'll be my only question, my only asterisk when it comes to his philosophy as a coach. But I honestly, like I said, he doesn't make my top 3 list in terms of who I want to come coach the club. But if he ends up being our head coach, I honestly will not weep. I will back him for a whole season, regardless of the results. And I have a number of reasons why. As you know, especially since it's Buccaneer brief, I've been saying that the coach that comes in needs to have a winning mentality. He needs to have lifted silverware before. He needs to know what it feels like, what it looks like to win something where he's at. And Rulani, whether you want to give him credit for Mamelodi Sundowns and all the winning, whether or not you want to give it Oksalayo, he has been in a winning environment for over 10 years. He knows what winners look like. He knows what it smells like when you're around winners. And that is one thing that I can give him. And that's my straw. Honestly, out of everything, that's the straw that I'm holding on with for dear life.
He knows what a trophy looks like. He's seen it up close. That's your straw.
He knows what it feels like in the change room.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Let me go to his overall career record. They played 35 games, won 14, drew 14, lost 7. It looks like he had a big chance. He had a lot of chances there. Sundowns, he had 91 games, 160, drew 22, lost 9. I wish this website would show you the accolades straight to say and he has won this, but I think they do put it on a separate page, and he has won 4 Betway Premierships and 1 African Football League, like I said before. Luckily we've seen this man coach and everything. And we know that he's a possession-based, philosophy-based, more like a Pep Guardiola, more like a Xabi Alonso, more like a Luis Enrique kind of coach. And those kind of coaches are the kind of coaches that need to have their pieces in place. Talking about that, I just want to really read this article that also came out from Itiski Times, and then it reads like this: Rulani reveals key aspects for the next job. Former Mamelodi Sundowns and Wydad coach Rulani Mokwena has listed a few key things that will be important to him at his next job. By the way, this is the first time I'm reading this. I wanted to save it for this. Mokwena led Sundowns to their 7th domestic league title 2 seasons ago, but is with the club allegedly due to a fallout. And he joined Wydad and led them a 3rd place in the Patola League with 54 points, but separated with them before the Club World Cup. World Cup for World Cup. Okay, fine. Earlier on Friday, Itiski Times broke the news that Orlando Pirates have opened talks over a potential return for the 38-year-old. And he mentioned alignment and resources enough to compete or rebuild as important in his next job. So here's a quote from him saying, "My next role must align with my philosophy." Or what? Philosophy. My next role must align with my philosophy. Control, intensity, and development, he told the Ski Times. And a stable club with solid resources offers the platform to compete immediately. The infrastructure supported our 15-match unbeaten run last season. But more than anything, a project with an opportunity to rebuild with intent appeals to my desire to shape a legacy. I'm open to both, provided there's a shared commitment to excellence and resources to match the ambition. Oh, ufunani? Unaleyo mali. Okay, anyway. Though he admitted there have been offers for his services, Mokwena revealed that he wants to be patient and wait for the right offer this time around. There has been interest, and with humility, that's all I can say, added Mokwena. And that humility. It is flattering, and I realize how much clubs and people often involved in football appreciate the work we did, especially at Wedat, and taking the team without the players at the beginning of the season, with all that happened, and still managed to finish third. Oh, what a shape. But over and above that, what I keep hearing is how they admire the philosophy and playing style that we have developed. Many clubs who speak to us mention this as our currency, and this makes us very proud. I'm approaching this phase with patience, but I don't want to make a fast decision like last time and enter a space that's unfamiliar without truly understanding the dynamics. The right opportunity will reveal itself in due time. Can I just make one quick comment? We don't have the money for this guy, bruv. We don't have the money for this guy.
I will stop you there.
Okay.
You may think so, but I disagree strongly.
Okay.
Rulani built his career, bro. He built his acumen as a coach, his career as a youth coach for Sundowns. He brought us Paseka Marco. He brought us Pacy. The list is very long. I don't know them all, but there are many, many, many players that come from Rulani's hands, got development at Sundowns. And you know very well that is the Pirates' philosophy. That's for the youngster. So another thing that would work very well with him. Now, Rulani needs resources, bro. But I think any coach got Pirates needs resources. He needs to be backed. But I think actually the more I hear the statements, I'm like, more Rulani. Might as well get behind him.
Hey, bless for me, Mr. Coach. Bless for me, Mr. Coach.
I was fine. Also, we are polar opposite because here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
I will take Rulani over Plummer any day. Again, Rulani
Rather the devil you know. Rather the devil you know, Mr. Coach.
Not my first choice. Nor is he my second. Nor is he my third.
Yeah.
But him versus a Plummer any day, I'll back him. And again, there are a few things that work for him. Whatever culture, Pirates, the whole youth thing, it's a part of his philosophy, our style of play. And Rulani did also, even in the first team, Sundowns, he did give room for Neo Mayema, youngsters coming through, bro. He did give them a place to shine. So Bukeshiasi. So players like Bonkota, we don't worry. If Rulani is to come to Pirates, Bonkota will be safe. Selepe will have a safe space, if you will. The only thing that can fail him, in my opinion, is management. I wonder if we have the same kind of management season we had if we are also regular player, also Becky coach, then what's wrong? You're setting him up for failure. But again, Mfethu, he's got some experience and he did have something in him in terms of potential. So if he does take the job, like I said, bro, I'll back him. I will come here, defend him for a whole season. As long as the management is also backing him, I will back him. it's for him to lose my backing type of thing. So, team.
I don't know. We get one strong link and you fold. Yeah.
No. That isn't the case. I'm evaluating.
You started your state. You started the statement by saying, "Well, the more I hear about this, the more I feel like he's coming." So now that he's coming, and I'm like, hold on, Mr. Coach. Hold on, Mr. Coach. When he was just a prospect, guy. When he was just a prospect, it was like, Rulani, I'm not sure. Now that it's coming from Mr. So and so, you're like, well.
I will be the first to admit, bro.
Yeah.
Mr. So and so has enough receipts to be like, you know what? I don't always have to agree with him. There's something that he knows every now and then, and he has proven it that sometimes he knows a thing or two. So it does help. But I want to always say, Braga Hori, he's not my first, no second, no third choice, but chairman if it comes through.
That's exactly what I will do, Fade. But it's fine. I just want to read this comment here. Utabang Makale says, I believe Rulani will take us to another level. Remember, Jose already laid a strong foundation, so we don't need any complications but to take the project further. For now, that is a whole debate on its own, and this is not a discussion show. What this show is about is taking out these news. So I just want to go through these confirmations. I got confirmed. He went aside. So moving on to the next story. And by the way, guys, please put in everybody in the comment once Rulani, but I'll read those just now. Cool. Baroka FC statement. Mashiloane and Kgositsile will both join Orlando Pirates Football Club. That's right, I'm a Buccaneer. As Baroka Nation, this is a quote, by the way. As Baroka Nation, we are so delighted about this great opportunity for them. We wish them nothing but the best on their future. They'll always be one of us. God bless them. We'll always support them. Hamburger, Machita. And then I've got Mashiloane's profile here. We already read his profile earlier this week. I don't think it's that important. And Kgositsile, he's actually a forward. Apparently he's a forward. But obviously because he was playing in a lower league, he doesn't have many stats on many websites. He is going to try and claim his fame. Maybe he has to join the Buccaneer stats. So let's just talk about the validity of these claims and what you think of the two players. I think Mashiloane and I get done deal leading fit. Yeah, Mashiloane get done deal, and I will appreciate him at the club, right-footed centre back. We do know that we do need backup, and Kgositsile is a forward, but I know him to be more of a winger and such. Maybe get the inside forward, modern football striker. It's no winger come striker, midfield come winger. Anyway, yeah, validity of the claims and all of that. Yeah.
It's a bit of a mess there on the Baroka FC. I don't know who's in charge of the ID department.
Social media,
official. Somebody clearly. Otherwise, again, now I refuse. I have the refuse to take news on this.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Coach, sorry to interrupt you, but your sound has just gone a little bit haywire. But when this happens, usually it just fixes itself. So maybe just try to speak a little bit slower, and Karen, I'll tell you when it's sharp again. But I just wanted to let you know, yeah, carry on.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, the reason why I can have confidence in the deal is the fact that it was announced, or Mashiloane specifically, it was announced by the Baroka FC chairman and Hore. He had signed with Orlando Pirates. It's a done deal. However, his contract with Baroka only ends at the end of this month, so they'll still be paying him for June. But if Pirates decides to call him up, he'll be more than welcome to come over. So I'm sure about him. Kgositsile also was reported by Itiski Times. Labafetu, I follow these things a lot, and I tend to judge journalists by the track record. In my experience, Itiski Times has been more than reliable to an extent. Maybe man like Jaden Adams, Marafede, so yeah, I think it's very likely to conclude those deals. On the players themselves, I am very, very, very happy for Mashiloane. I'll be honest, I haven't seen him play too much. It's not like I follow King, maybe it's unknown to the foundation that much.
Let's just
sure.
Yeah.
So Monica, the Bafana friendly game. Granted, he wasn't tested much, but he was very good on the ball, and that is very important for Orlando Pirates defenders. But now we're a ball-playing club, so him being comfortable on the ball really helped. He's got quite a decent stature, so I think he can do a job for us at right back. I think Vele would need outside of Nda, because I regard our centre backs as Nda, Sesane, Obodlela, Mbogazi, and Mashiloane would be the fifth.
And that's it.
So I think he'd be an important addition. That's it. Do what you will with the rest of the information, but those are my centre backs.
Okay, you feel it, Mr. Coach.
So,
Mr. Coach. Okay, yeah, carry on. Just finish that point, yeah.
Kgositsile yena, I only saw him once in the Nedbank Cup fixture. Obviously, it's not easy, especially as a forward against a quality side like Pirates, to show yourself, but he looked okay. Benefit of the doubt. What comes from him, it's mostly potential.
Okay, cool. Mr. Coach, believe it or not, we have gone way over our time for this one. I hope that we have summarized as much as we could. So I'll say, what is it? Welcome to Orlando Pirates, Kgositsile and Mashiloane. I look forward to analyzing your performances going forward. Spain is waiting for you. They must get their signings in for the flight. Wait with your question. Let me read two comments. Uspecihle says, bring him back, and Blaze, who was the first commenter, Danko Blaze, will recognize your good work. He says, yeah, at this point, Rulani is the only good coach we need if I'm not bringing in Florent Ibeng. Okay, Mr. Coach, remember, this is the last thing you are saying. After here, I'm just going to say Danko and end the stream. What's your question?
If you wake up on Monday and Rulani is there with Mr. Chairman signing the paper, is that a bad day for you?
Yes.
Feeling. That's all I wanted to know.
Mr. Coach, please take that statement as it is and throw it into the comment of this video for the people who are going to watch it later. And thank you guys. 31 concurrent viewers. I think that is the highest so far on today's stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Buccaneer. That was the Buccaneer brief show. What do you think? Should Rulani come? Should he not? Are these claims hems, or are there actual meetings going on in buildings? And how do you feel about these two confirmed signings? So on and so forth. Friday morning, afternoon, Friday evening, Buccaneer brief. Thank you, everybody. Let's go, please. Let's go. I'm a Buccaneer. Don't forget to hit the subscribe to be notified, and then let's share it. WhatsApp status saying, hey, I'm a Buccaneer. Dingy coach, Thank you for watching. Tango.